HarperCollins presents Raised by a Serial Killer, Discovering the Truth About My Father by April Balascio. Read by April Balascio.
For Dave and Judy Hack. Their love and forgiveness fill my heart with gratitude. Author's Note Disclaimer. This book is a memoir based on my recollections, recounted to the best of my ability. I am deeply grateful to the people from my past who willingly shared their own recollections. In addition, I consulted letters, newspaper articles, video and audio recordings, books, and websites. The dialogue within that is not directly quoted from research material is faithful to my memories. Except for a few names and details that have been changed, the names, places, and events described within these pages are real. Preface. This is a story about a daughter and her father. It's a story about love and betrayal, about lost innocence and violence. It was never a story I wanted to tell, but I feel that now it demands to be told. I was 11 when I came to realize that my father was a bad man, and that he was sometimes a bad father, a really, really bad father. Until then, he was just my dad, and I loved him, even while I feared his terrifying temper. But it's not that simple, is it? It never is. When I think of the ideal father, I imagine someone who challenges his daughter to be her best self, who applauds her when she achieves her goals, even while inspiring her to reach beyond them, and who imparts vital life skills so she becomes independent and resourceful. It can be said that my father met those criteria. I can handle a chop saw and hang sheetrock better than most men, and I was on my own by the age of 18, fully able to support myself because I was not afraid of hard work. My father taught me that. My ideal version of a father loves, protects, and cares for his child when she is sick or hurt. Even here, my father checks the boxes. I remember him packing my sprained ankles with ice when I jumped off a merry-go-round. It was he who brought me popsicles when I had strep throat. In my parental ideal, I envision a father who creates a home where his children feel safe, where they thrive within the sense of security he provides. Here is where my fantasy crumbles. I never felt safe under his roof, ever. He inflicted injuries in his rage, and I wore his marks, bruises, sprains, and once when I was 16, a hickey on my neck. And yet, my father would defend his children against anyone he believed meant them harm. And if love means he would kill to protect me, then yes, my father loved me. My childhood was not always unhappy. Alongside the memories of bewilderment and fear, I have good memories too. In many ways, my father enabled the happiness as truly as he inflicted the pain. Because he was impulsive, playful, and fearless, we had adventures that other children could not have had. We moved so often, it was hard to say where home was. But even on the road, sometimes traveling crammed into a U-Haul truck with my dad driving, my mom in the passenger seat, our dog Happy at her feet, my baby sister on her lap, one brother and I squeezed in between them, with two other brothers standing in the space behind the seat. We always knew we were, without a doubt, a family. We were poor, often hungry, moving from one dilapidated and filthy rental house to another, sometimes living in tents and campers, and once in a barn. Between 1969, when I was born, and 1987, my family lived in Ohio, Florida, Georgia, Arizona, Colorado, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, and we passed through just about every state. By 2009, I was a parent myself, living in an
Sample complete. Ready to continue?